last night. Thunder Clippers, so it's SGA against Kawhi. This could be a first-round matchup in the playoffs easily, and if so, it's going to be awesome. This is SGA with the Thunder down one, putting them up one. He had 26, but on the other side, Kawhi Leonard, Booze, I mean, just so strong in the painted area.
So dominant. He's the X factor for this team. If he's making plays like this, hitting shots out in the clutch, they're tough to beat.
He had 25 and 10, Clippers by 2. Next Thunder possession, it's Lou Dort, baseline. Who's open? Alex Caruso. Thunder take a 1-point lead. Final seconds, fourth quarter. Clippers down one. Kawhi not. Bounces off and no good. Thunder hold on to win it. 103-101. They complete the season series sweep. But this is a fascinating game. And Booze, I was looking at your notes coming in this morning, and you are very much a believer in the Clippers. Now they've got Kawhi here. This is the time of year they've been trying to get him to. This is a team you think could do some damage.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are primed right now. Obviously, they have a great coach in Ty Lue. They've kept them healthy. I think Kawhi's their X factor. They got Norman Powell, who's played like an all-star this year. James Harden's been there as a guy. And obviously, Zubac is having the best year of his career. If Kawhi is healthy going into the playoffs, he's an X factor for this team. This team's not going to be scared of Oklahoma City Thunder. It'd be great. This was a great game last night. Imagine if we had 7 of these, Greeny, in the playoffs.
It doesn't have to be the first-round matchup. That OKC is going to be the 1. So the question is, do the Clippers wind up the 7? Do they wind up the 8? Where do they wind up falling in all of this? It's all so tightly jam-packed in the Western Conference. Jay Will, if I had $1 for every time I've heard someone say, if Kawhi Leonard is healthy in the playoffs, then something might happen, we all understand how that would go. Your thoughts on the Clippers right now, Jay Will?
I agree with Booze. I think they're dangerous. And I think Kawhi has a lot of runway right now to be healthy down the stretch. I'll tell you the matchup, Houston. If you're the Clippers, you want Houston. You want to see Houston. And Houston's having one fantastic of a season. And Ime Udoka is doing a really good job, Ime Udoka, but it's understanding that matchup, the youth that Houston has, even though they have Fred VanVleet and company, like that's a matchup that you want with Kawhi, with Ty Lue, with the way they play. Houston in that first round would be the matchup that I think the Clippers will feel like they could win.
Houston right now in the second spot in the West, 1 game ahead of Denver, 2 games ahead of the Lakers. So it is all in March Madness. Colorado State, Maryland, pick it up. 12 seconds to go in the finish of the year by far. Colorado State down a deuce. Neek Clifford. Cross court for Jalen Lake. So clutch. Maryland fans can't believe it. Colorado State takes the 1-point lead. And so here we go. 3.7 to go. Maryland inbounding. Season on the line. Westwood won the call.
Gillespie looking to throw it in. Gets it up top to Queen. Dribbling left. Big step down the lane. Runner for the win. Banked it in! He banked it in! He banked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16!
That is Derek Queen. He had 17 points last night. Obviously, the last 2 were the most important. Heartbreak on one side, elation on the other. Maryland to the Sweet 16.
I asked everybody, I said, who wants the ball? And he said, give me the MF ball. And I said, all right, you're getting it. And I gave him a lot of credit, man. The big dog came up and threw.
Where does that confidence come from?
I mean, so I think I'm from Baltimore, that's why. And then I kind of had it going all game. Me and my teammates had it going. And like I said, like they trusted me to take that last shot.
You want great college basketball insight? You have come to the right place. Carlos Boozer is up. Jay Will is up. And my uncle Seth Greenberg, no relation. I'll start with you, Seth. When your star player says, give me the MF ball, is there any question that you're going to that guy?
There's no question whatsoever. What they did was they got the ball in the middle of the floor with space. And despite being 6'10", he just took it, played downhill, didn't settle, made a tough contested shot. And he said something about being a Baltimore guys. Baltimore guards or Baltimore bigs, they are not afraid of the moment. That's a big-time play and a big-time player playing through contact. Watch his head. Keeps his chin on the rim, eyes on the rim, and finishes. I can't relate to that. Jay Will, you've made shots like that. Booz has made shots like that. Hopefully I drew up a couple of plays like that. But that is a big-time play. Get your best player the ball in the middle of the floor and let him go make a play. And I'll tell you, Derek Queen was the king.
I don't know,
He was,
Booze.
Jay.
That looked like that shot a pro can hit right there off the 1-footer, Booze.
Absolutely, that was smooth.
Wait, Jay, take me through. What did you see there in that finish with Maryland finding a way, as they say, to survive and advance?
Well, number one, I think Derek Queen is probably one of the most underrated players in the country that nobody talks about, and he's going to be a lottery pick. Think about that. That's shocking, right? And plays for Maryland. I think my biggest takeaway, Greeny, of everything over the weekend was that NIL is the death of mid-major Cinderella runs. And I think it still can happen, but I think it's going to be more of a rarity, Greeny.
Because?
Well, this could be more of a rarity due to the fact that I think now we're going to see a lot of players that are playing for the Colorado States, that are playing for the McNeeses, that are playing for the Drakes, that are going to get poached by mid-level Power 4, Power 5 conferences, right? And you're going to see teams in the middle of the pack of the Big 10, the middle of the pack of the Big 12, see these players and say, hey, we'll give you 4X, we'll give you 5X what you're earning at your mid-major conference. And when I talk to mid-major coaches, the consistent complaint I always hear from them is retention. We can't hold on to players because these Power 4 schools are just clipping them and taking them away from us. And that's why I think you're seeing chalk as much as you're seeing right now as we get to the Sweet 16. You're not seeing any mid-major left. You're going to see the big boys. And I think that's going to be the case moving forward.
Yeah, McNeese can't even keep their manager at this point. He's become too expensive for them. No, if you turn to your sheet of integrity, you will see that the highest number you will see next to any of the teams is a 10. That's Arkansas. Kind of hard to call a team coached by John Calipari a Cinderella. So yes, to your point, let me actually put it up there, Joel. The 16 teams in the Sweet 16 represent just 4 conferences. That's 3 fewer than any other year since this round was introduced in 1975, and as Jay mentions, none of the 4 conferences are mid-majors. You have Duke from the ACC, you got 4 Big 10, 4 Big 12, and 7 from the SEC. So, Carlos, you've been in this, and obviously you were in the bluest of the blue blood programs there at Duke. Some people will say that the beauty of this tournament, the fabric, the texture, the thing that makes it wonderful is the Colorado State kind of team making a run. How do you feel about it as you watch the last of the opportunities for that go out last night?
Oh, it was great, though. I thought Maryland went to the 2-3 zone. They left a guy wide open. He knocks down the 3 on the corner. I thought it might be over.
Yep.
And then here comes Derek Queen, just a superstar player. Like Jay said, nobody's really talking about him. He'll probably be a lottery pick. Goes to the move, looks like a Jokic move right there, hits it off the glass with confidence. And I think Jay's right. I just think teams think about the kid Martin who went to the Final Four with, I think it was FAU a couple years ago. Now he's on Florida.
Right.
Sion James at Duke now. The bigger schools are going to offer more bread to get these great players at other universities to their university to give them a chance to win a chance.
Seth, this is a good thing or a bad thing?
It's the reality. It's the world we live in. Look, mid-majors have become the G League. Mid-majors have become junior colleges. You go and you play in the G League, you play in a mid-major. What do you want to do? You want to get called up.